And a very good evening to you. I'm Jane Jones, and in what is a big week for Classic FM as we celebrate 25 years since we first took to the airways, tonight we're going to enjoy a first. The story of how Classic FM very nearly didn't come into being, told in a specially commissioned play. This is The Pazza Factor.
Classics are for everyone.
Yes, Mum, I won't forget.
Or not to be? That's the question on our drive time quiz.
Follow your dream, Ralph. Mozart, is that you?
Listening to me all through the night.
Classic FM, Programme 1, countdown to transmission.
All set, Nick?
Very excited.
I'm so glad we got you here.
Have fun. I'm so proud. Zadok the Priest, good choice for the opening track.
My mum and dad's favourite.
Baroque fits in perfectly well with breakfast. It's as fresh as grapefruit.
Live in 40 seconds.
This is it, Mike.
I prayed for us this morning before sunrise.
How do you get up so early?
Down blast.
All okay, Nick?
Don't say Dr. Priest, it won't read.
What? Have we got a backup CD?
In the library.
30 seconds. Get ready to switch over from birdsong.
What?
Grab me that banana.
The Pazza Factor, the almost true story of the birth of Classic FM, with Duncan Wisbey as Ralph Bernard and Jon Culshaw as Michael Bukht.
I'm Ralph Bernard. You don't know me. Why should you? I'm not a celebrity. I work behind the scenes, get the money, make things happen that make others famous. But I had a dream. Probably began as a kid. Mum and Dad loved classical music. Not your usual classical buffs. East End, working class. Mum a typist, Dad worked in a factory. Mum and Dad thought classical music wasn't just for the elite.
The classics are for everyone.
That stuck with me. But the real eureka moment began with this fella.
You need two things if you want to create great work. A plan and not quite enough time.
That's Michael Bukht, misquoting Leonard Bernstein. I loved Mike. Inspiring. It's 1988. Classic FM starts with us in a West Country local over a few drinks, as many great things do. Bit of backstory. Mike and I worked for GWR, a bunch of local radio stations in Wiltshire, Bristol, Somerset. For years I'd been pestering the very strict radio regulator to allow a thing called split frequency broadcasting.
Split what? That sounds horrifically boring.
It was.
The upshot is we can have different programmes on AM and FM.
Well, good for you, even though I haven't a clue what you're talking about.
Well, basically, it's given us a wavelength for a new radio station, and I want you to run it.
I understand that bit.
So come up with a schedule.
I'll write it on this napkin.
Professional.
All right, gents, what'll it be?
Pint of best and...
An orange juice, please.
Rightio.
So, what do you want to do?
I could do a cookery show, like my food and drink show on BBC Two.
You might know Michael better as Michael Barry, the crafty cook on the BBC Cookery Show.
In drive time?
Cookery in the car?
Well, I was thinking more 60s pop.
Less messy. I like this song. Jolly.
Really?
We're too stuffy about the classics. Look at the bar lady singing along. People like classic tunes. Let's do this kind of thing in drive time.
Not popular enough. The board would fire us as quick as they hired us.
Oh, that's £1.50, please.
Can't believe the price of beer these days.
But classical music is popular.
Well, so why don't more people listen to Radio 3 then?
Excuse me?
Yes, love? Another orange?
I noticed you singing along. You a fan of classical music?
No.
See?
How about this?
Oh, yeah, that's British Airways. That's lovely.
How about... Boom, boom,
Boom, boom. Yeah, Hamlet Cigars. Yeah, I love that one. Oh, yeah, I love the Hovis one.
See, you do love classical music.
Well, they're just good.
People love the tunes, Ralph.
OK, maybe 15 minutes a day?
No, a full show of classical music.
It wouldn't find an audience.
Hi. Oh, darling, just nodding off to the radio.
What is it?
Oh, I don't know. It's been going on for hours. I hope you didn't drive.
Michael did. That's the beauty of having a Muslim mate. Don't know how he sticks to orange juice.
How's Jenny and the kids?
Forgot to ask.
Typical.
Yeah. I remember that Hovis ad? The boy climbing the steep hill with the loaf. You know, with that...
Yeah.
Well, Mike's had this crazy idea.
What? He wants to become a baker?
No. He was talking about doing a classical music radio show.
You're listening to it. It's called Radio 3.
No, different. You know, playing the great melodies, but not whole symphonies.
Sounds like a good idea. I think people would love it. You could try it in drive time.
Really? That's what Mike suggested. Nah, I'll never get it past the board. They want pop.
Oh, by the way, keep the end of August free.
Can we afford it?
Cottage in Devon, 1 week. You better make it this time.
Promise.
Your turn.
Oh, there we go.
Come in.
Taxi!
Ah, John, hello.
Hello, Peter.
That's John Drummond, controller of Radio 3, our competitor. And Peter Baldwin of the Independent Broadcasting Authority, the IBA, our regulator.
Heading into town?
Yes.
Yeah. Shall we share this one?
Hop in. BBC Bristol, please.
All right, mate.
What brings the head of Radio 3 up to Bristol?
Oh, the Beeb insist I check on these regional outposts every 6 months. Why are you here? I thought you never left Knightsbridge in the comforts of the IBA.
I'm doing the rounds too. Lots of new local commercial stations out here.
Oh, ghastly things.
They're a reality, John.
In the pop world, not mine.
Is the 5 o'clock quiz after a dash of Debussy.
Excuse me, what's this on the radio? Are my staff trying to wind me up?
That's classic gold, mate. It's right calming when you're stuck on Park Street.
It's a local commercial station.
I'll ensure the IBA keep it this end of the M4. If it comes anywhere near London, I'll take a stick to the transmitters.
That was Reverie, which means daydream in French. I'm Noreen Alexander with Classical Drive Time.
Going well, Noreen. Nice show.
As you may have gathered from the last bit, I managed to persuade our board to back Drive Time classical music, and Michael produced the shows.
The guitar tune was a welcome antidote to the frustrating traffic news. I don't know how I'll get home.
Back on after the ad in 30.
Ian Studley Motors, first for used cars.
Now for that list La Campanella I promised you.
He's in here. Michael, this is Deanna Hallett.
Hi.
Hi.
Deanna's the brilliant research consultant I mentioned.
Do you like my lollipops?
That's what Michael calls the best bits of the classics.
Like refreshing lollipops when and where you want one, at about 4 p.m.
Yeah. Deanna's got some good news.
Well, Ralph asked me to look into audience listening figures. Now, if you see here...
Sorry, I always tune out when I see spreadsheets.
Well, here's your audience for Classic Gold, and that's Radio 3's in the same area at the same time.
Blimey. We're pulling in 2 to 3 times more listeners.
It's very encouraging, isn't it?
It's absolutely chuffing brilliant.
Well, people who usually shy away from commercial radio are tuning in. They love the mix of classical with news, traffic and the weather. They don't even mind the ads.
See, Ralph, a dollop of everything. Mozart understood the piecemeal approach. What's good enough for Mozart is good enough for us.
Well, I think you're onto something here.
I'm just glad nobody else has thought of doing it.
Nice and easy. Brunel Radio.
Little did we know, other people in a smart Chelsea pad were having the same idea. 3 entrepreneurs, David Astor, David Maker and Brian Brolly. Plus a very famous composer who probably needs no introduction, but just in case, I'll give you a hint. It's Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Every street lamp.
Andrew, we're... Andrew...
So what we're talking about here, Andrew, is these chaps, David Astor and David Maker from the Golden Rose Group.
Someone mutters, and the street lamp gutters.
We propose a London radio station devoted to classical music.
So what do you say, Andrew?
Will you join us?
What are they saying, Brian?
They want to run a commercial radio station in London. Like Capital Radio, but classical music.
Does my music count as classical?
Possibly.
Then I'm in. Brian, why didn't I think of this before?
Well, some little station in the West Country are doing it, but I don't think we need to worry about that.
What's our new station called?
It's called Classic FM.
Oh, I love it.
We just need to win the licence, but it'll be fine.
Oh, I'm sure they'll love it.
That's right. The name Classic FM was first used by Golden Rose, a company in London. But as it transpired, the radio regulator said no, and London's own commercial classical music station never happened, and the idea faded away. And so did we. Almost.
You're listening to me, Nicholas Trezillian, for the next 3 hours. Time now for Ludwig van Beethoven.
Our grand plans to grow Brunel Classic Gold never happened. And that would have been that if it wasn't for two larger-than-life characters, Mrs. T and Signor P. Fast forward to Italia 90.
A further dip in the economy. And the government announced plans for 3 new national commercial radio stations in the new broadcast bill. Broadcast unions and the BBC warn the move will threaten quality.
We'll do it this year, Ralph. Gazza's on form.
I don't think we've a hope in hell.
Ever the optimist? Oh, watch out. Our esteemed chairman's found us. Hide your beer.
Hi, chaps. I thought you might be watching the match.
Henry Meakin, our boss at GWR. Lovely fella, always late.
Do you want to share my tea?
No, not stopping. Have to pick up my daughter from Pony Club, half an hour ago. Wanted to make sure you'd heard the news.
Interest rates even higher?
Well, yes, but no, not that. The new commercial radio licence is up for grabs. National ones.
National?
I know. And the government are advertising 3. Whoever pays the most money gets the licence.
What if he's a very rich gorilla?
As long as he has a viable business plan, even Godzilla could win the bid.
So, it's an auction. And a nice little backhander for the state.
Exactly.
Brown envelopes.
Not far off.
So, the crusty old regulator doesn't get a say anymore?
None. It's the cash that counts.
Wow. First chance in 60 years to crack the BBC monopoly.
What about the pirates?
The BBC persuaded the government to shut them down after 3 years.
So we've got to try and persuade our board to bid for one.
In this dodgy climate?
I think our board would go for a Radio 1 type station.
No, not more pop.
Let's steal that new ginger chap on Piccadilly Radio, Chris Evans.
Henry, what about a classical music station, like Brunel Classic Gold, but 24/7?
We're struggling to get advertisers as it is. They want pop. That's what brings in the target audience.
But look, Henry, here's your pop. Pavarotti is pop.
I think Michael could be right. What do you call it?
The Pazza Factor.
What?
The Pavarotti-Gazza double act that hooked us into the World Cup.
A football and opera station?
No! The way that Middle England has been brought to footy, we can do that for commercial radio.
Through classical music.
But think about it. Football used to be all hooligans and stadium fights. Now it's the beautiful game.
They're thinking of launching a Premier League for footy.
We can do that in commercial radio. A Premier League for radio.
Yeah, football sees the mainstream. Families, the middle classes.
The middle classes? I'm not sure. People are snobs about commercial radio. What was it Lord Annan said in his report? Pop and prattle.
Dennis, please turn down that interminable noise.
Sorry, Margaret. Dozed off.
Yes?
PM, it's David. Arts.
Oh, yes, Mela. The Chelsea fan.
Yes. How are things?
Well, Michael's out for blood and John wants my head and I'm grilling Dover's soul, so the word busy comes to mind.
Right, yes, it's the broadcasting bill.
Yes, Thames TV won't like that. That'll teach them, and the unions.
And the IBA?
I'll break them up and rename them the Radio Authority. Longer name, less power.
Now, Mellor was sucking up to Mrs. T because he wanted to change her mind about the bill. She just wanted money in the Treasury. He had other high-minded ideas.
What is that odd clicking noise?
I reported it to BT, and sometimes I'm sure I can hear breathing. I just wanted to run the radio licence thing past you. Could we change it ever so slightly?
No beauty parade, Mellor. We need the money. Make them pay if they want a radio licence.
Oh, indeed. But I fear the most successful bids will be pop, which would mean there will be 3 more pop stations.
Good. Serves Radio 1 right for supporting Red Wedge.
But I wonder if this is an opportunity to give the other stations a wake-up call.
I'm listening.
So, 1 licence for a pop station, 1 for talk.
Challenge Radio 4.
And 1 for non-pop. Perhaps classical music?
What? Attack Radio 3? Assault one of the last bastions of restrictive practices?
Sorry, Margaret, I'll take that.
I like it. Do it. Oh, Dennis, you've turned it up again. You know I hate Radio 3.
But it's Bartok, darling, your favourite. To define pop music, the House was assisted by the noble Earl's memorable description that it was something that went thump, thump, thump. He was particularly insistent on the 3rd thump, which no doubt indicates his personal, deep, inbuilt sense of rhythm.
Please, stop waffling. Give us the licence and go home to your castles.
Oh, I can't believe all the kids are asleep at the same time.
Thanks for changing the channel, Lisa.
Can I do anything to help, Michael?
You could chop the onions.
It's so kind of you to come round and cook for us.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Pinot Noir from the foothills of the Andes. A fine pairing with the Goldberg variations.
Looks expensive.
Mike insisted I buy it. So annoying how you choose our wine but never drink it.
Against the faith, dear boy, but happy to steer you down the right vino path. So, what are we calling our new station if Parliament actually get round to passing the bill?
Baton FM.
Too military.
How about Sophisticat?
I quite like Sophisticat, classy, but a bit trashy too.
Not sure we want trashy. How about Gem FM?
What's the connection to classical music?
Doesn't have one. Neither does Radio 3.
Gem FM has a nice ring to it.
Are you OK, Lisa? I know it is emotional naming our babies.
It's the onions.
I reckon I'll feel like crying next week when I pitch this to the board.
Don't worry. Chairman Henry's offered to help us role-play it before we go in.
So, chaps, to win the board over, start off playing them some of your Brunel Classic Gold drive time.
As we close the door on the Hall of the Mountain King, that's a goodbye from me, Anne Grieg. Until tomorrow.
And we believe Gem FM, Britain's first national commercial radio station with classical music programming, like Brunel Classic Gold, will find a new audience.
Now, they're all going to be staring at you. I'm convinced. Some of the radio buffs will be there.
I'll come in with sound quality blurb, even though I'm not totally clear on what I'm talking about. Brunel Classic Gold is on AM only, so mono. It sounds much less clear. Gem will be on FM with enhanced stereo sound.
I'll jump in with...
Well, I think it's fabulous.
And I'll get Nick Tresillian to support.
No, I think it's great, chaps.
Oh, Nick's bound to approve this. He's a presenter.
If they say that, bring in Deanna.
Well, look at how well it did on AM, the inferior frequency. And just think what we could do on FM.
Then they'll see the figures.
From 4 up to 6 million listeners a week.
I'll be straight with them.
That's what we'd need to make this work.
Dick will bring up Radio 3, he always does.
Radio 3 doesn't get anywhere near that. It only gets 2 million.
Well, Gem FM will attract listeners who want the classics without the pomposity of Radio 3.
Hey, I'm not pompous.
Don't be afraid to push back.
Look, 3 has a distinctly sacrosanct view of the classics that Gem FM will cut through.
Then hit them with the money.
We just need £50,000 for research to reinforce the bid application.
And how much will the licence cost?
Exactly.
Well, Ralph spoke to Peter Baldwin at the Radio Authority.
Peter is worried in this economic climate they won't get anyone to make a bid. He said, bid peanuts and you might get it.
How many peanuts?
Is anyone else thinking of bidding for a classical music station?
No, as far as we know.
Right.
To seal the deal, I could bring in offerings.
Biscuits!
Very good.
Made them on Food and Drink last night. Pistachio swirls.
BBC biscuits.
Gentlemen, together we could create Britain's first national commercial classical radio station. What do you say?
The biscuits are nice.
Yes, lovely.
All right, let's pause this meeting, take a break and reconvene in 10. Ralph, a minute.
You said plain sailing.
My dear chaps, remember, a no is just a stop on the way to a yes. Oh, there's Jonathan by the coffee machine.
One by one, I worked on the board members like 12 angry men, but with biscuits. Little by little, we prized money for R&D to try different hosts and formats.
Welcome to Gem FM.
Did they like traffic news next to Sati, opera in the morning, quiz shows about Elgar?
And everything in between.
OK, everyone, the presenter. Very good, good, average, not good, poor.
Do you have a box for rubbish?
Well, did you enjoy the music?
Oh, yes, that was champion.
Anything you'd like more of?
Those biscuits?
See what I can do.
We'll play your favourites all day, Mum. Handel, Tchaikovsky, Chopin, Rachmaninoff.
Oh, I like a bit of Rach. Have you thought of a name yet?
Gem FM.
Gem... yeah, not sure about that. What's it stand for?
Well, maybe it's not quite there. We'll come up with something.
Ralph, I think you should have a look at this.
Oh, I've got to go, Mum.
Oh, OK, love. See you soon.
What's up, Henry?
In broadcast.
The Golden Rose Group will bid for a national licence for Classic FM, a classical music-only radio station. But I thought they'd gone away after losing the London bid.
Read on.
With backers Lloyd Webber's Really Useful Group, Time Warner, Telegraph and Carlton, they've invested heavily into research.
You're not going to believe what I've just read.
We're on it.
How can we compete? Henry only gives us pocket money.
I'm trying my best. It'd be good if we had more intel on these Golden Rose boys.
Deanna speaking.
Hi, Deanna. There's an article in Broadcast about Classic FM.
Ugh, I was afraid that would happen. Golden Rose asked me to help. I said no, conflict of interest, but they obviously found someone. The work was to create something called the Golden Graphs of Classic FM. The scope was huge, budget 10 times what you have.
Ciao, Ralph. We've been expecting you.
Who are you?
Here's a clue. Andrew Lloyd Webber made a lot more money than I ever did from music.
Mr. Paganini? Where am I?
Where do you think? Schubert, Debussy, that's Wolfgang over there.
Guten Tag.
Mozart? Is that really you? Hang on. You all died penniless.
Bravo.
This is a pauper's graveyard.
Welcome to the cemetery of impoverished composers. There's quite a few of us.
But I'm not a composer.
Never mind. I'm sure we can squeeze you in somewhere.
Mr. Bernard?
What?
You nodded off.
Sorry, I'm not sleeping well.
We get a lot of that in here lately. Mr. Rose will see you now.
After putting it off for as long as I could, I had to go and see the bank about my overdraft.
Take a seat. How much were your shares worth in your GWR radio station?
£7.
And how much now?
£1.50. Hence the begging bowl.
How's work? Stable?
I'm putting together a bid for a national radio station. When it takes off, the shares will rocket.
Or fall even further?
Yeah, that's possible, but...
Like Radio 1, is it?
Classical music. The popular tunes.
Have you heard of Brunel Classic Gold? A guilty pleasure here.
I created it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Come 4 o'clock, we shut the bank doors and it's on full blast. You played a lovely aria yesterday. Handel, Se Pietà.
Ah, yeah, from Giulio Cesare.
My loan manager wept, and he's made of sterner stuff. Wonderful. Look, why don't I double the overdraft?
Oh, thank you.
No problem. But remember, every night you put your head on the pillow, it's another £100 interest.
Yes, that was heavy. With those words ringing in my ears, 4 kids under 10, and a mortgage growing bigger every day, I was pretty incentivised.
Henry, just got away from the bank.
Ah, still in one piece?
Do you have Golden Rose's contact details?
Good chap. Keep friends close, enemies even closer.
Cheers, chaps.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, by the way, Brian, thank you for the cassette of Brunel Classic Gold. Quaint.
Well, it might throw up some ideas.
Certainly gives us an idea of what we don't want. David Maker, Golden Rose.
Hello, David. It's Ralph at GWR.
Oh, Great Western Railway.
Aha.
No, just messing with your mind, Ralph. We was wondering when you were going to call.
Look, we're going ahead with Gem FM. We're bidding for the national non-pop station.
Snap. We're going forward with Classic FM.
I was thinking, why don't we join forces?
Nice idea, Ralph. What's in it for us?
Oh, lots. Henry Meakin's business acumen.
We've got that in spades.
We've been running a classical music radio show for 3 years.
Yes, local radio. Well, we've spent thousands in research on running a national one.
We're a quoted PLC. We have investors.
So have we. You might have heard of them. Telegraph, Carlton, Time Warner, really useful group. I bet the Radio Authority have. Hey, we're all down at Annabelle's. Why don't you pop along too?
Huh?
You could dance on the tables for us, Ralph. Might be a few quid in it for you, eh?
Very funny.
GWR gang are on the ropes.
Brian Brawley, how are you? I thought it would be unforgivable not to say hello. How's Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Chaps, this is John Drummond, controller of Radio 3.
Ah, we're about to give you a run for your money.
We're putting in a bid for a national commercial station. All classical music.
Oh dear, Brian. Does Andrew know you're in bed with this ghastly project?
He's a partner.
I must purge. Excuse me.
Seems like we're upsetting everyone. That'll be Ralph trying you now, Brian. I heard he doesn't take no very easily.
Hello, Ralph.
Ralph? No.
Oh, Andrew. Oh, sorry, I thought you were, No, never mind.
Brian, in haste, I'm having dim sum with Jason Donovan in 5. I've got some bad news about the bid.
Are you still poring over that application?
No, I'm packing.
Oh.
Right, final facts, roll of decks. Where's my squash racket?
Okay, do you want your football shirt? Oh, is that it? Let's see.
No.
Oh, my goodness, what a whopper.
No.
20, 60, 100 pages by Friday.
Well, I thought I could write it in Devon.
Fun. We'll be on the beach.
Oh, I was hoping you and the kids would pitch in, creative vision, business plan, stool analysis.
I'm sure Jessica would love showing you her potty.
Oh, no. It's going to be a slog, though. Oh, maybe I should just go back to making documentaries.
David Maker here from Golden Rose.
Oh, hi.
Sorry about the other day.
Yeah.
I'd had a few. David, Brian and me, we've had a chat. We want to meet.
Really? What? That's a turnaround.
You know, nothing ventured. Astor's diary's chocker, but there's a window on Thursday at 12. His place in Chelsea. We could all meet there.
Thursday? Oh, I know. The thing is, I'm on holiday.
Take it or leave it. I'm David Maker. This is David Astor. Two Davids.
Yes, I'm the younger model, a sprightly 47.
Oh, I'm 47 too, David.
Really? You look a little older.
And this is Brian Brolly.
Hello there.
I'm Ralph. This is Michael and Henry.
Good morning.
Assalamu alaikum, Michael.
Yes.
Are you really 47?
Yes.
Here. Fancy a gander at our research? The golden graphs of Classic FM.
Oh, feel free to peruse. Oh, damn, Butterfingers.
I've got page 4 here.
Well, these are fantastic.
I can't believe you're 47.
With this research, together we can win this.
Yes, I totally agree.
Well, here's to, what name?
It should be Classic FM. Clearly, it's much too good to ignore.
Yeah. Well, of course, we agree. To Classic FM. That shouldn't be too difficult to raise the money, eh, Ralph?
The Lloyd Webber connection is damn useful.
Yeah.
By the way, where is the world's richest composer?
He's not with us.
I'd like to meet him at some point.
Ever.
What?
He's pulled out.
You are joking. You're not joking.
So have 2 other investors.
You've lost 3 of your 4 investors.
Time Warner are still in.
And Brian.
That's right. Bully for Brian.
What a carve-up.
So now you need us.
You need our name.
You need GWR money.
We have Time Warner.
And Killer Research.
Calm down, everybody, please. Can we not work together in the spirit of amicus?
Brian's right. That is why we're here.
I mean, do we not all have a common goal? To bring classical music to the people.
And to make money.
Yes, well, that too. So what do you say? Let's work together.
Yeah,
all right.
Yes, all right.
Let's get an article in Broadcast marking this joyous union.
Yes,
all right.
okay.
If you're sure.
Yes,
by the way, why did your investors pull out?
Don't know. They loved the research, but toppled when ALW bailed. Someone must have got to them.
That's the new Doctor Who over there.
One of the good things about knowing Michael was I got to hang around the BBC.
Word on the grapevine, Grade wants it axed. Unless they make the Doctor a woman.
Yeah, fans probably find that scarier than the Daleks.
Nice creamy topping. They say all these things about BBC food, but that lasagna looks good.
No seats. What about there?
Oh, it's John Drummond, controller of Radio 3.
So that's him. He probably hates us.
Well, I'm not eating this scampi standing up. You ask.
Excuse me, do you mind if...
Suppose not. That smells a bit fishy. Michael Barry, isn't it? I watched your programme, Food and Drink. Imaginative title.
I didn't think it would be your bag.
Au contraire, I've been defending it all morning. A little bird tells me that you are planning another national classical music station. Light classical.
Oh, yes. We're very excited.
Well, I'm not. Who wants to listen to one movement of a symphony? It's not what the composer intended.
Surely there's room for both. My wife plays snippets of the Four Seasons to our kids. They love it.
She might as well feed them McDonald's. People must make time for art, for complex ideas. Fight junk culture and instant gratification. As a child, I'd have eaten sweets all day if left to my own devices. Fortunately, Mother fed me a balanced diet, including sprouts. And like Mummy, the BBC must nurture taste rather than pander. The Radio 3 motto is, as long as it takes. What will yours be? It'll soon be over.
But people should have choice.
Arts broadcast should provide excellence.
And who decides what is excellent?
I do.
What qualifies you?
Didn't you hear my interview on Kaleidoscope?
Look, Radio 3 won't lose its audience. You needn't worry.
I don't. If that's my audience, have them. They're obviously plebs. Excuse me, please.
He didn't even clear his tray.
I think he spurred me on even more.
Yes. I really want to do this. No, I really don't want to do this. This bid application is the most boring document in the world.
Rather canny of Astor and Maker to get out of helping.
At least we've got Henry.
I've got to sneak off to the polo for a bit, but you chaps crack on filling it in.
Right. How much are we actually bidding for the licence? Do you have a figure?
I will come up with one by the morning.
Peter Baldwin said peanuts.
Yes, but more peanuts than anyone else.
Which we don't know because it's a sealed bid.
Right, so a calculated guess based on nothing concrete.
You're a trained accountant. You must be used to that. We've got 18 hours.
Shall I make a rudimentary casserole?
Oh, no. We can't procrastinate anymore. We've got to start right now.
How about a quick cassoulet?
No.
There's lamb and beans in my desk drawer.
Sit down. You start off the creative vision bit and I'll get on with the business plan.
First question, name of radio station. What did we agree, Gem FM or Classic FM?
Let's go for Classic.
Describe in no more than 1,000 words how your station will appeal to the ABC One demographic.
Describe it how the audience share in terms of regional reach.
Oh, I hate writing things like this. I'm more of a talker.
OK. You talk it, I'll write it.
I could use a bit of an accompaniment.
Nick Tresillian.
Hi there.
Perfect timing. Before you go home, fancy giving us a hand?
We're having a bit of a jam.
Yeah, I'd love to.
This one's called Application for INR1.
A classical UK music station expressing the vitality of music in our nation has long been in the imagination of the GWR group and David Maker.
That's brilliant, Nick. You're a real wordsmith. 9 hours later. Michael, wake up.
What?
We fell asleep.
I think we passed out on 4B, sensitivity analysis based on regional data. Did we finish it?
Do you know what? I think we did. Oh. We just need to get the bid figure from Henry.
Oh, yes, that small detail. You were singing in your sleep, the Mikado.
Henry Meakin here. Do leave a message after the beep.
Oh, he's not picking up. Henry, call me back ASAP. Running a bit late. Come on, we need to get to London by 3.
Look, it's now the most beautiful document in the world. I think we should be immensely proud.
Where's Henry?
Well, he's late, of course. What do you expect?
OK, it's a bit complex, but GWR's bank, Hambros, had to verify the figures Henry came up with for the bid. We planned to meet there, in their top-floor office, which had rather a nice view of Tower Bridge.
Come on, Henry, pick up.
Henry Meakin was notoriously late for meetings, but this was ridiculous. Little did we know, Henry was trapped. He'd worked on the bid figures all night, left his ground floor flat in the morning.
Oh.
Somehow he'd closed his flat door, leaving his keys and phone in the flat.
Oh, bugger.
And trapped in a corridor that needed keys to escape.
Hello? Hello, is anyone there? It's quite urgent.
After 90 minutes, he spied a Portuguese cleaner through the letterbox.
Please, madam, help, over here.
Olá? Que fala?
No, not the plant pot, no.
She looked around, wondering where the voice was.
No, not the bicycle. Here, through the letterbox. Yes, the future of national commercial radio is in your hands.
Before realising and releasing the withered man.
Thank you. I can't thank you enough for your services to classical music.
God, Henry, where have you been? We have 20 minutes. We just need the figures.
My person objected.
He can barely stand up.
How much for the licence?
Write it down. 670 grand per year?
I thought we were going to bid peanuts.
For that we could get cashews.
And how much for the business plan to run it?
6 million? We can't raise 6 million. This is pie in the sky.
The number crunchers here will check it. Me and Michael will race the document to the radio authority. We've got exactly 18 minutes.
The most beautiful document in the world.
What? Call us when it's verified. I hope to God it stacks up or the radio authority will bin it. 17 minutes. Come on. Take a left through Regent's Place. A right, Michael.
Oi! Sorry! Near miss. Surely it won't matter if we're 2 minutes late.
Don't bet on it. Right on Pimlico Street.
It's a one-way.
It doesn't say on the map. Look out! Can you drive without a wing mirror?
Well, it matches the other side now. Whew, that was close.
Oh, great. Traffic jam. Look, can you take a detour up there?
Well, let's give it a go. Can I do a Yui on Fulham Broadway?
Pretend to be a tourist. Come on, Henry. Henry!
Oh, yeah, sorry for the wait. There's a query about the underwriting, but it's a yes. Oh, hang on, no. Oh, yeah, the figures are... Oh, yeah, confirmed.
Brompton Road. We're here. Let's go!
We ran to the closed doors of the radio authority.
Peter! Peter! Peter, open up! Peter!
2 minutes to 5. You boys are cutting it fine.
When I arrived home to Wiltshire, there was a message on my answer phone.
Peter Baldwin here from the Radio Authority. I have some good news, Ralph. Only 3 people bid. You, Showtime FM and Radio Clyde. I also have some bad news. You lost. Showtime bid twice your figure. Chin up, soldier.
It was a crushing blow. We bid too low. I had the unenviable task of telling everyone the news. Henry, I'm afraid we didn't win.
I'm sorry. I thought it was enough.
How can Showtime bid so much?
We lost the bid.
I knew I should have done the application.
Showtime FM had won. Where Classic FM should have been, Britain would now be listening to this.
I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair.
Oh, chitty, you chitty, pretty chitty, bang, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang, we love you.
Tomorrow, I love you.
It seems so unfair.
Don't lose faith. At least we still have our local stations.
I really thought it was going to happen.
Voila, cheese souffle. As Omar Khayyam wrote, dead yesterdays and unborn tomorrows.
It could have been great.
Why fret about it if today be sweet?
You're right. I should be grateful for this souffle.
You are the souffle is you. I'm off. See you in a week. I'll try not to run GWR into the ground while you're gone. Enjoy your holiday.
OK, kids, last one to the beach is a silly Billy. Oh, Mr. Grumpy. How much longer with the long face?
About 3 years. Sorry to be a misery, Gus. I just really wanted it to happen.
Yeah, we all did. Oh. You still have all this? Sea, sun, family, me?
Oh.
I thought you left it at home.
Sorry, can I?
Go on. I'll see you by the rock pool.
Hello?
It's Peter Baldwin here from the Radio Authority.
Peter?
It's about the non-pop licence. Showtime FM couldn't raise the cash for their bid. Asked for more time. We had to say no.
Right. So, what does that mean?
The radio licence is yours, if you can get the money you bid for it. So, £6 million in total.
OK. How long have we got?
Till the 20th of September.
But 6 weeks?
Good luck, old chap.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you look happy all of a sudden. Are you joining us?
Oh, look, I'm really sorry, Lise. Time is...
Of the essence, I know.
I'll make it up to you, I promise.
Yeah.
I promise. Hello, Michael, it's Ralph. Yeah, I got a bit of news.
We were back on, and back with the Golden Rose Gang in Chelsea. But I suspected something was a bit off when the music changed.
Jazz. Mix things up a little. One can't have oysters all the time.
Sure.
So we have to raise 6 million in 6 weeks. Oof.
How much can we count on from your GWR?
Well, we're a small cluster of local stations. Bournemouth, Reading, Bristol, Swindon, Bath. Not a multinational.
Well, 6 mil's not that much to us in the city.
To us, it's like Everest.
6 times over.
So what about your backers?
Time Warner have deep pockets. Hey, anyone fancy some Slade?
What?
So we're good. We need commitments in writing.
But, as always with the Golden Rose Gang, something else was going on.
Oh, just one thing. We've bought a little local radio company.
Well, 2 little ones, actually.
London's Jazz FM.
Sorry, what?
And Birmingham's Buzz FM.
You're joking.
hence the jazz and noddy holder.
Why didn't you put your spare cash into the bid?
Well, they were a steal, really.
And we were thinking...
Here we go.
Let's merge jazz, buzz and classic.
That sounds like a dreadful idea.
What, Mozart meets Billie Holiday followed by Come On Feel the Noise?
No, not on air. Just share offices, teams, advertising.
Cross-fertilisation.
To raise a mongrel? No. Classic FM has to be focused on classical music.
No, it doesn't. It's more cost-effective.
No, it's not.
It'll totally dilute it. You'll have jazz buffs arguing with opera fans, clashing with buck-teeth brummies.
I think you're being just like John Drummond, thinking you own taste.
And so are you. Oh, tell him, Henry. What do you think?
I think somebody's going to break that CD if you don't stop pressing buttons like that. Look, David and David, let's stick with a classical music station for now.
But if it doesn't cut the mustard with investors, we activate Plan B.
It won't come to that.
Here, use the Golden Graphs research. You get raising your half and we'll sort out ours.
Well, let's just hope you can persuade your own board members to stump up.
Thank you. Thank you for your time, gentlemen.
Yes, thank you so much.
We'll see ourselves out.
Well, that's one board meeting I won't forget.
1.2 million? I thought they'd foot the whole bill.
They weren't even impressed by the Golden Graphs.
Yeah, I never understood all that audience research myself. I knew we should have brought better biscuits.
Well, 1.2 million is a start.
4.8 million short.
Yeah. Oh, here, Ralph. A couple of tickets to go to the proms on Saturday. I can't go. Take Lisa. Might help make up for the shortened holiday.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's performance will begin in 10 minutes.
Oh, I can get used to this.
Oh, steady.
Oh, look.
Oh, yes, yeah. They usually get a royal to kick off the first night.
And Diana's not with him again?
Oh, that's John Drummond he's shaking hands with. You know, the Radio 3 head honcho. Oh, no, he's coming over. Hi, John.
I thought I spotted you over HRH's shoulder. He's a fan. Dear boy. He was praising our extensive celebration of Hubert Parry. He wrote Jerusalem.
Yeah, I know. 1916. Wonderful piece.
Trite little flag waver, which I'm sure we'll get our fill of if your station gets its green light. You are sure you're ready for this evening, are you? They play the whole works. How's it all going?
Yeah, very well, actually.
Really? I bumped into a friend of David Astor's at a cocktail party last night. Said you'd no money. I agreed David should merge with other stations. Britain doesn't need another classical music station.
No, he can't. It will ruin Classic FM.
Well, I agree.
Ah, well, you must be the long-suffering wife of this plucky British entrepreneur.
Lisa? John Drummond.
Yes, I'm told the wives of ambitious businessmen lead such solitary lives. Tell me, who do you think is going to invest in Radio 3 Light?
Well, everyone. I think your attitude is reminiscent of Norman Lebrecht's reframing the classical music experience, in that classical music should only be an elite experience, more selective, more long pieces, more expensive tickets, more sophisticated audiences. But to me, that is the death knell of classical music. Audiences are shrinking fast. It needs a new audience if it's to survive, or it dies. Now, Ralph doesn't want classical music to be strangled by people who believe they have a monopoly on creativity. He wants it to live and breathe, move everyone, be informal, spontaneous, diverse, closer to the now, not buried in the graveyard of the elite. Is that where you want it to be, Mr. Drummond? I'm just curious.
Well, your wife sounds like your biggest fan. What a pity you don't have a spare £6 million.
Yes.
Excuse me, I must say hello to Yentob. Look at him, what a prat. I do recoil at middle-aged men who wear baseball caps turned the wrong way around because they don't want to grow up. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Alan!
Oh, my. Good for you, Lisa. Both barrels. We didn't have to.
But I believe in it. I believe in you.
We should come up with a jingle.
We should come up with the money first.
OK, what about Classic FM? Give us your money.
It's direct and honest.
Classic FM, we're stony broke.
strange.
That's a very long fax.
The macro deal, a presentation for potential investors, huh? Oh.
What?
An opportunity for a new national licence merging Classic FM with Jazz FM and Buzz FM.
What?
The directors of Golden Rose believe with skilled management... Oh, the two Davids have gone behind our backs.
No.
They don't even mention GWR or any of us.
Well, why did they send it to you? Call him.
David Maker, Golden Rose.
It's Ralph Bernard. What the hell are you doing? I just got a fax through about something called the macro deal, showing everything you said you wouldn't do.
That's it. Give him what for.
Right, yeah, no, come to think of it, that might... I recall now, that might be happening, yes.
Why did I get the fax?
Some idiot broker must have done that by mistake. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Well, I'm not. That idiot broker put me in the picture. If I ever meet him, I'll buy him a shandy. You can't do this.
I think we can, Ralph. You see, we own the name. We have all the research. And David Astor's our chairman.
But GWR wrote the application. We got our company to invest. We spent years on Brunel Classic Gold developing the idea, honing it.
So, you do it your way, we'll do it ours.
David?
Buggers.
Hi, Michael. Ralph? What's the matter?
Our partners at Golden Rose are screwing us over.
But I thought it was all happening.
One moment it's happening, the next moment it's off. What if the GWR board sacked me for getting involved with them?
Ralph, listen to me for a moment. Do you know what I did today?
No.
I sat down and I worked out that with the interest rate rising to 15%, after paying the mortgage, we're left with £5 a month for everything else.
Right.
£5 a month? We can't carry on like this, can we? We're gambling with our lives.
Please.
Shall I go? I'll come back for the Le Creuset tomorrow.
Oh, you know what? Why don't you just get a camp bed?
We have been working.
In fact, why don't I move in with Jenny and you can live here?
Lisa, Ralph, fear not. Money is meaningless. Especially when you haven't got it. I'll,
see you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you're on the speakerphone.
What will they think of next? Now, I don't know what you boys expect me to do. The radio authority can't fight your battles.
Look, the licence should go to us, not that Golden Rose lot.
They want to bundle Classic FM in with two flagging radio companies.
Obviously to shore up their debts.
The licence must become ours.
We put the application together.
We got our company to back it.
Look, you came to me, Peter, when Showtime FM fell through.
Surely there's a precedent for this kind of thing.
Well, if there's a dispute on your board, the licence would go to the chairman. Looking through the paperwork, it's, Oh dear.
Yes, we blasted well-appointed someone we shouldn't have.
We did it to sweeten the deal.
Not so sweet now. Sorry, if Astor's the chairman, he wins it. So he can do what he wants.
Thank you for your understanding.
The economy continues on a downward slide as the recession continues, and analysts are predicting that this could be the longest in Britain since the Great Depression 60 years ago.
I wandered as I wandered out under the sky.
Peter Baldwin, Radio Authority.
Yes.
Will you sign for this piece? I have to deliver to you in person. Lovely recitative, by the way. Arrangement by Benjamin Britten, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yes, that's correct.
Interesting. The words sound like traditional folk, but are in fact work of John Jacob Niles, who wrote them in early 30s.
Did he?
I love what you find out on Radio 3.
The harmonic structure in Britain's I Wander As I Wander shows more complexity than his earlier Oh Waly Waly.
Yes, it does. More complexity. Oh, Waly Waly... Oh.
Hello?
Ralph, Peter. I've just received a letter threatening legal action.
You can't accept the Golden Rose Gang.
But you can't slap an injunction on the radio authority. It would cause such bad publicity, especially after Showtime FM dropped out.
But you can't have another embarrassment.
Exactly. This is the first national licence.
And the government will come down on you like a ton of bricks for messing up their great Tory hope.
Yes, the broadcasting bill.
Even lose your job.
So, let's forget this impetuousness.
But I can't lose my job either. My career's on the line too if this fails. And you may have noticed, it's very cold out there. I'm sorry.
I'm really in a difficult position. I really am. Oh, dear. OK, we won't give it to Asta.
Excellent. It's ours.
No, it's whoever raises the money first.
A race?
Yes. You'll have to fight it out amongst yourselves.
Get in, chaps. Hello, Chief. I booked a conference room.
To Dorchester.
What, at 10k a day? We're on a tight budget now, chaps. Post House Hotel, Chief, if you don't mind. I'll drag in the investors.
Were you supposed to be taking this afternoon off?
School sports day.
Not to worry, chaps. We'll be laughing once this is all over.
Are you sure about that, Henry? Hello?
Ralph, David Maker. I've heard from city mates you're out hustling for money. Just to be clear, lay off the golden graphs. They're ours.
That research was in the shared bid. It's ours too.
If you even think about it, we'll get legal on you.
Great. So now we've got to go and raise 4.8 million in 30 days with legal action hanging over us.
21 days. Actually, 15 if you discount weekends.
You're fine. Keep phones on, fax machines poised. I'll send details of the lineup. You'll kill it.
We set up in the Post House conference room, got ready to pitch, and as promised, the fax machine sparked to life. But not from keen investors.
Ralph, stop now. You can't use the Golden Graphs research. How many times do I have to tell you?
We will be forced to speak to Peter Baldwin. David Astor.
David, I simply can't have another cock-up with the national licence. Peter.
Brian, where are you? You seem uncontactable by phone, hence the fax. Can you meet? I won't be late. Henry, the only way forward is to get round a table and talk it out. It seems very likely that the outcome of that meeting will be inconclusive. I'm 47. Things have gone too far. A catastrophic loss of trust.
This is ridiculous. We're all behaving like spoiled schoolboys. David is 47 too.
This is not ridiculous. We make a vital legal point. GWR was excluded from the macro deal.
You'd better not use the golden graphs to pitch to investors.
And meanwhile, we still had 4.8 million to raise.
Henry's lined up 100 investors at 2 p.m. How are we going to sell this without the Golden Graphs research?
You know what, Ralph? Investors are probably sick and tired of talking about money. Let's appeal to their souls.
Their souls?
Back to when the idea first seized us. And if that fails, we've got some cracking jingles.
Hello, everyone. Brilliant to welcome so many potential investors.
So sit back and enjoy the love theme from Romeo and Juliet.
Well, I first met Michael when he was running a radio college in Soho. He seemed immediately very exotic. Pakistani diplomat father, domestic science teacher mother, originally from South Wales. Well, we bonded.
We dared to imagine a world where you could get a bit of Mozart on the motorway.
Why not give everyone the gift of great, powerful music? Music to inspire.
Everyone have the right to listen to Chopin, Bach, Sibelius. Music, sweet music, the food of love.
Feel like you're flying in the clouds or reaching into your soul.
It speaks where words cannot.
Gentlemen. Right. Well, let's take a short break. There's a light lunch at the back. Michael, I'll be in the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
They're not budging, Michael.
I'm hungry, and it's making me angry. I think we'll have to show the killer research after all.
Are you Mr. Bernard?
No. Do you do pizza delivery?
Courier, sir. Got documents for you, sir?
Couldn't you leave them with reception? I'm a bit under the cosh.
No, sir. For your eyes only. Legal stuff. Very important you sign for them.
OK.
Thank you, sir.
That looks ominous.
It's from the two Davids. They know we're going to share the Golden Graphs research. They're threatening legal action.
Well done. That got 'em.
Nothing like cold, hard data on profit margins to melt an investor's heart.
I knew the golden graphs would get them turning out their pockets.
Only to the tune of 1.3 million. Now we'll incur the wrath of the Golden Rose gang.
Oh, let me get you a drink. A bottle of Holston Pills, please, and...
Virgin Mary.
We were having a drink in the Groucho when our nemesis John Drummond, the controller of Radio 3, remember him? Sidles up with his usual cheer.
Excuse me, I think I was here before you.
Oh, hi, John.
Oh, you two again. You're everywhere these days, like shell suits. A couple of pisco sours, please, barman. You don't mind if I get first to you? I was here first.
No, go ahead.
I'm here with a very influential friend, mentioning no names. Harrison Birdwhistle.
Right.
You do know who I mean, do you?
Yeah, the composer.
His music sounds like someone scraping a knife along a plate.
But a wonderfully sonorous plate, I'm sure you'll agree. I don't want to keep him waiting. So, by the way, I heard from a broker friend. Well, when I say he's a friend, what I mean is he's my brother. We chose very different paths. I heard David Astor has investors clamouring to get on board his Classic FM. Well, bound to with Time Warner on his side.
Do you know this for sure?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Chase me. Looks as if he might pip you to the post. Hard luck.
He's just trying to provoke.
But he is right about Time Warner. The Americans have a lot of clout.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Does it involve getting on a plane to New York?
Yep.
First class.
Sipping champagne.
Staying in the plaza. Meeting the head of Time Warner.
Maybe taking him to La Bernardine?
And persuading him to stick with our Classic FM rather than Astor's watered-down version.
Over baked Dijon salmon?
Washed down with Chateau Margaux.
Oh, can I go?
Alas, that's not me in first class drinking champagne, or Mike, or even Henry. Henry brought in Charles Sinclair, CEO of the Daily Mail Group, one of our investors at GWR, to go to Time Warner's head boy. They go back a long way.
Grubs up.
What is it?
Oh, just a little recipe I knocked up from things in the cupboard. Sardines, tinned tomatoes, tinned carrots, bits of sort of cheese.
Yeah.
I kept the tinned peas for tomorrow's Harvest Festival.
Good. Looks very interesting. What's it called?
Sardine Bernard. Sorry. It might be Henry. Hello?
Good news! I've just had a call from Charles Sinclair.
Did he have a nice time?
Yes, brought us back some I Heart NY t-shirts. And interest from Time Warner.
Oh.
They want to meet us.
Excellent.
But they want to meet at the Dorchester Hotel. And the boardroom is £10,000 a day.
10? Oh, so the Post House Hotel doesn't grab them then?
Yes, I know. We need that bill like a hole in the head, but they're coming this Thursday.
Oh, no.
Ralph?
Oh, sorry. It's just that it's Harvest Festival. I don't suppose they could do another day, could they?
Ralph, they're the potential investor. We work around them.
Oh. Did you hear that?
Harvest Festival's out then.
I've got to go. How's your dinner?
It's not the Dorchester.
Sorry.
So, the focus group in Edinburgh love the music, unsure of the presenter.
The ads get an 80% approval.
As long as they're under 3 minutes.
One lady asks for quiz prizes.
Why not?
Imagine prizes on Radio 3.
BBC would collapse.
How about this one?
Its tune's too rambly.
What are we listening to?
Opening bars of the classics. Quentin put it together to help us decide on a playlist.
We always end up arguing.
Let's use it for the pitch.
Jeremy B.
What time will we hit London? Americans don't like lateness.
A lecture from Mr. Meakin on punctuality?
I couldn't find my handkerchief. Hey, turn up the radio.
Oh, well, the Game for a Laugh years were hugely enjoyable days. Seems like
great rich voice.
A game show host presenting the classics?
You can't get better than a combination of a team like that.
Meanwhile, other plans were afoot at the Dorchester. Remember the radio authority's Peter Baldwin? Well, He's having dinner with Radio 3's John Drummond.
Never been to the Dorchester before. That chandelier's amazing.
Hand blown in Murano. What'll you have, Peter? The blue lobster chowder is legendary. This is on the beat.
That's very kind.
It's so nice to catch up. Also, while I have the chance, I thought I'd have a quick word in your ear about the nascent chimera that is Classic FM. It's not that I'm worried about the station poaching Radio 3's listeners. They're very discerning. It's about ethics.
Ethics.
I put it to you, are you, Peter Baldwin, head of the radio authority, acting ethically, allowing this station to go on air?
I think so. They want to play classical music. They're not Lord Haw-Haw.
Peter. It's about personal accountability. We are, in a sense, in loco parentis, moulding cultural tastes, introducing people to ideas and values other than vile capitalism.
If a new audience listen to a bit more classical music, it's better than no classical music, isn't it?
No. I don't think you understand. Now, the chopping up of masterworks is bad enough, but the adverts... They'll be playing Bach Cum Sancto Spiritu next to an ad for Winalot Prime. Do you want to go down in history as the man that allowed that to happen?
They've got to have adverts, John. How else is a commercial radio station supposed to survive?
We don't need commercial radio. We've got Radio 1, 2, 3 and 4. That's more than enough. And they should get rid of one for starters. Look who's walking in. The West Country boys from GWR. Can't believe they let them in. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, Ralph.
Hello. Right.
Drummond's like a bad penny. I think he's following us.
Apparently worked in Russia for the Beeb. I bet he was a spy.
Over here, the main boardroom.
Let's hope this place looks like the dog's doodahs at 10 grand a day.
David Astor?
Maker.
Brian?
Hello, chaps. Thought you'd steal our American.
Henry, we can't do this with the Golden Rose gang here.
But we paid for the room.
We were invited by Time Warner. Are the guys all here?
Oh, it sounds like this could get nasty, boys. You know these Yanks. I don't trust them as far as
Hey, guys, good to see both sides. I hope you're going to put up a good fight.
Definitely.
Bed in, boys. This is going to be a bumpy ride.
Sorry, but I didn't want to do 2 meetings. I'm over with my wife. We just love London. She's got the whole day planned. Palace Tower, Piccadilly, Starlight Express. So, I won't keep you long. Just wanted to say, love it.
Good.
No, the other side.
Good.
The GWR bid. I reviewed the material on the flight. Get it, totally. It's awesome. Being a classically trained musician.
Really?
Violin, Juilliard, 4 years. I get how the classical music elite can disappear up their own backside. But you can't dilute it like Golden Rose's plan. Gotta keep it pure. What? You Golden Rose mugs don't get it.
We're not mugs.
Henry, get your attorney to call mine and we'll draw up the papers. Once again, the Yanks are coming to your rescue.
Is that a yes?
That's a £4 million yes, Henry. Time Warner has just found a new partner. This is a travesty.
Look, fair enough. We should offer Golden Rose something.
Well, do what you like. You British are so polite. Hey, I love the room, by the way. Enjoy your day.
Bloody hell, I love the Americans.
Wow.
David, look, we can offer you 10% and places on the board if you can raise 10% of the money.
Oh, forget it. We're not interested. Come on, Brian.
Actually, I'm throwing in with GWR.
You're all backstabbing traitors.
I can't believe they turned us down.
I can't believe we just spent £10,000 for 2 minutes.
We just spent £10,000 to get £4 million.
Let's go get a drink. I might have a full fat Coke.
So just screw the lid on and be very careful not to touch the jam because it's still quite warm.
Can we eat the jam now?
No, Alice, not now. Just wait until it's a bit... Okay, there's a bee. Right.
Oh, a buzzy bee.
Let's get that out of here. I'll open the door. Okay, shoo. Go away, Mr. Bee. Out you go.
But I don't like it.
There's hundreds of them.
Are you scared, Mummy?
Okay, quickly, children! Into the hall! Into the hall! Come on!
I don't want to go.
No, there's nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about.
Hello?
Ralph?
Oh, Time Warner have given the money. Isn't that brilliant?
Ralph, I don't care about that right now. I'm here by myself with 4 children and the kitchen's full of bees.
What?
Full of bees.
What?
Yes.
Oh, God, are you safe?
Yeah, we're in the hall.
Well...
Oh, I think they're stinging Mr. Tibbs.
Look,
Are you in the bar? Where are you? Why aren't you here?
Call the council. I'll come right now.
I'm not happy, Ralph. You're never around.
This is Henry Kelly, and that was The Ride of the Valkyries by Richard. Don't forget, it's Wagner, not Wagner. Richard Wagner. Absolutely great. How was it when you got home?
Everything's falling apart. The country, the economy, the royals, now us. How's the audition?
Henry was a good call. He might have to brush up on his pronunciation, but he's got a good bedside manner. He's great. Non-elitist.
No, they never tell you that on Radio 3. The best versions. I like that.
You know what, Mike? It's very refreshing playing the classics like this. It feels a tad naughty. Keep it going, Henry. And I might not have to use the invisible monkey wrench. I think I scared John Julius Norwich witless.
I hope you're not going to scare off Nick Bailey.
Has he agreed?
Been trying him all week. He's in Hong Kong. The 8-hour time difference is a pain. Trying him again now.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Ralph Bernard here.
Ralph, I've been expecting your call.
Paul Brown at the Radio Authority put me on to you.
Yeah, he's an old colleague from British Forces Broadcasting here in Hong Kong.
Are you interested in presenting?
Well, it might not be a bad move. I doubt there'll be much here after the handover to China.
Well, we haven't got it yet. Not officially, but between you and me...
What?
Once we get the final thumbs up...
Excellent. Right away. Love classical.
Great. But I'll try you again when everything's firmed up. I do like Nick and Mr. Kelly. Everything's going so well.
Well, it was, until we were summoned to the Radio Authority. They who must be obeyed.
Everyone here was delighted as I was to hear about Time Warner.
Great.
However, there are very strict rules about Americans and their money.
Like what?
They can only own 25% of a British media company.
I had no idea.
Now, we might be able to allow 30%, providing they're not in control of the station, but 4 million is out of the question.
Well, they did help us through 2 world wars. Oh, sorry, Peter. Hello?
Ralph, it's Nick Bailey.
Nick, can I call you back later?
Well, I'm a little confused.
What's the problem?
Mr. David Astor called from Jazz FM asking if I'd sign up to his station. I told him I'd signed with you, but he said your bid didn't stand a cat in hells.
What the... Look, Nick, don't worry. There's been a bit of confusion about all this. Just let me sort it out.
Please do, Ralph. I don't want to be sitting on 4 Hong Kong tickets to London with no job to go to.
You bought your tickets already?
Well, you said it was all confirmed.
No, it was a bad line. I said nearly.
I put the house on the market. We got a buyer in 24 hours. Oh, God. Sheila's going to kill me.
Don't panic. I'll sort it out.
Please do, ASAP. We're exchanging tomorrow.
Problem?
What's the name of the MP who faked his death to live under a new identity?
John Stonehouse. Why?
Oh, nothing.
The days passed. We tried to get new investors, but just hours before the deadline, it still looked hopeless. If we didn't raise the money, the licence would be handed to the lowest bidder, Radio Clyde.
I've kept the conference room. Get down there. I've made a few more calls.
There's no point, Henry. It's over.
Oh, get back on the horse. Give him a pat.
But we've tried all your contacts, my contacts, Ralph's. In 8 hours, the bid is over. We're 2 million short, just like Showtime.
The Radio Authority will just offer it to the next bidder, Radio Clyde.
Oh, don't lose faith.
Right, I'm off. Taking the kids to an apiary.
Beekeeping?
Yeah, help get over the bee trauma.
Ah, makes sense.
Hello?
Nick Bailey. Nick, I can make this work.
Well, what do I do?
When do you need an answer?
We've exchanged. All our furniture's at Hong Kong Dock.
Nick, please hold in there. We're about to meet more investors. Oh, one investor. Is this it?
Yes, but he might be the golden goose.
Hello, I'm Sir Peter Michael. I've been hearing very good things.
Do you mean Sir Peter Michael Engineering Whiz?
Yeah, that's me.
Noted winemaker.
Yeah, that's me too.
Vice patron of the British Society of Sculptors?
That's also me.
Well, Thanks for agreeing to meet us, Sir Peter.
Please, call me Pete.
I love your trousers, Pete.
And I love your shirt.
So, when's the deadline?
Oh, in 2 hours.
Hence you being so nice to me. Well, lads, start when you're ready.
Today we're here to talk to you about the golden graphs of Classic FM.
Hard facts and data.
Profit margins showing high yields.
Well, thanks for the show, guys.
No, you can't go.
I thought it was going to be something to appeal to my soul.
Soul? Right. Well, there is.
So sit back and enjoy the love theme from Romeo and Juliet.
Well, I first met Michael.
Dared to imagine a world where you could get a bit of Mozart on the motorway.
Why not give everyone the gift of great, powerful music? Music to inspire.
Everyone have the right to listen to Chopin, Bach, Sibelius. Music, sweet music, the food of love.
Feel like you're flying in the clouds or reaching into your soul.
It speaks where words cannot.
I looked over to Sir Peter Michael. He was smiling.
I know all about money. I hear that all the time. But this is something special.
Sir Pete picked up his phone, dialed his bank, and transferred over £2 million with just 2 minutes to spare. Oh, if only I could have seen John Drummond's face when he heard the news.
I assume you're joking.
I'm serious. We've given the license to the GWR team. I wanted to reassure you before it's all over the press. I don't think they'll take your audience.
I see.
John, are you okay?
I bought you dinner at the Dorchester, remember? The blue lobster chowder, the deep chats about art and life.
They're perfectly nice young men trying to grow a good business. They've got investment. We can't say no.
Well, in that case, you're a bit of a tart, Peter. And worse than that, you're a professional Philistine destroying the national sense of culture. You're as bad as John Burt. Classic FM is a betrayal to all civilization stands for. I'll fire anyone in this office that goes to work for them.
Lovely. You can still smell the gin seeped into the walls.
But you don't even drink this stuff.
Never been to the moon, Ralph, but that doesn't mean I can't wonder.
Classic FM was no longer a pipe dream, but an ex-gin factory in Camden at £7 per square foot.
Nah, sounds too Germanic.
Next jingle. That's quite jolly.
But totally wrong. Next. I like that one. Stick it with the possibles.
We could at last start putting our team together.
Mr. Miller, how are you?
Yeah, I was in the area, and I'm still looking for presenters.
You?
Yeah, I absolutely love the classics. Profoundly knowledgeable, and if I must say so, equipped with mellifluous tones.
Are you?
Listen. Listen to that. It oozes warmth, humour, and if I dare say, sexiness.
Easy, David. Your phone line's got you into enough trouble as it is.
And time, as always, was the enemy.
Hurry up, we have a date with the Royal Phil.
Excuse me?
Oh, Mr. Baker.
Don't worry, I'm not here to spy for the Beeb. They don't pay newsreaders enough. I'm here to audition.
Brilliant. We'll be right with you. Nick, could you grab Richard Baker a coffee?
From the top again.
And the budget's so tight, I thought Henry would collapse.
How much is this costing?
You don't want to know.
Look, no more first-class rail. In fact, how do you feel about coaches?
No, you really need to stop dragging your feet, bassoons.
Amazing how people disagree over music. I love it all. I hate that music, maudlin.
Deciding what to play was one of the longest arguments.
Opera? People don't want some old trout giving it what for while they're eating their cornflakes.
Well, I've enjoyed Eggs Florentine with Handel many times.
Have you read this?
Rumours abound in Radioland of a new commercial classical music station on the horizon. More dumbing down of culture.
While we tried to keep our heads, the posh press were kicking our shins.
I expect the presenters to look like the Southampton football team lineup from the 80s, packed with stars from other clubs and other times.
I think Radio 3 staff have been warned off us. Tried poaching a producer. Had to fall back on an old friend, Gardner's Question Time.
By the way, what's Richard Baker doing in Studio B?
Oh, God, poor Richard. I left him an hour ago.
Today, government figures show a fresh slump in the UK economy. Interest rates are now at 17%, which continues to harm manufacturing industry and exports.
Poor Richard. I've forgotten all about him.
You're thinking lunchtime or nighttime news?
Neither. Is this the talkback? Hello, Richard. Sir, I'm so sorry to have left you.
I'm fine. Your studio manager, Quentin, found a few new scripts.
Actually, we want to try you as a presenter.
Presenter? Oh.
Is that okay?
That's more than okay. Oh, thank you. I'm overwhelmed.
There's a few CDs there. Why don't you cue them up?
Excellent. Nice idea. Lovely rich tone. Good morning. You're listening to me, Richard Baker. Let's shake off the Monday morning blues.
For a national commercial radio
Quentin,
station.
how's the technical side of things going?
Well, we need to get something up on the transmitters, keep them warm. We can't leave the test to the opening day.
Test transmission for a national
This is a bit dry.
I know. What about a bit of classical?
There's a lot of neg publicity from the posh press about us already. It will just bolster their opinion.
Well, let's surprise them then.
National commercial radio station.
Lisa?
Oh, hi. I'm just off to bed, darling.
Oh, stay up and talk to me for a bit.
Oh, no, I can't.
Why?
Because it's gone 12 on a school night and I've got to be up at 6.
Oh.
Oh, don't play that. You'll wake the kids.
No, listen.
It's birdsong.
Yeah. This is our frequency. It's what's playing until we go live.
It's playing right now.
Hmm.
I love it. It's really soothing.
Better than bees, then.
Oh, yeah. Better than the bees.
But not everyone was as pleased about the birdsong as Lisa.
Brian Johnson, I hoped I'd run into you.
Oh, John, lovely to see you.
What the hell were you doing on Test Match Special this morning? Had you taken drugs?
Not sure what you mean, old boy.
Waxing lyrical about Birdsong Radio, our competitor.
Ah, yes, I love Birdsong Radio. I didn't think it was a commercial thing. There weren't any adverts. I didn't think the birds had an agenda.
The birds do have an agenda. They're luring you into the classic FM frequency. Tweet, 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 and away from your own show, Brian. We're selling off the crown jewels, Brian. All your lovely sports will go. Cricket, football, all sold off to the highest bidder.
Oh, right. I see. Well, yes, I suppose maybe that was a trifle foolhardy.
All that free publicity. I'm going to make a few calls. No one seems to be taking this seriously.
I think you've urinated on my shoe.
The papers are giving us what for just before we go on air? Does the country need another classical music station? Predicted audience too small to survive? Will it fail? No place for classic FM?
Oh, maybe they're right. Look out there. A lot of businesses going bust.
People want it, Ralph. I'm sure they do.
You chaps haven't got the collywobbles, have you?
No, I could do with a pint.
One of the best things about working in Camden is you can always find a late-night boozer. It was just a few hours till we were on air.
Are the bandana and shades really necessary?
People might recognise me from food and drink yesterday. Cooking tartiflette. Embarrassing, I used a red onion.
Let's get in here. Ooh, a brandy for me.
I'll have an orange and soda.
And a pint of best for his downbeat colleague.
Coming up?
Do you have a jukebox?
Yeah, over there.
I'm not being downbeat, Henry. Just realistic. I mean, this is the real world. 1,000,000 miles away from our little station in Wiltshire. The rarefied world of classic FM. Is there a place for it here?
I've put on some real music, Ralph. Something that befits the rawness of our modern times.
You, me, Henry, it's all on the line. Nick moved back from Hong Kong for this. What would I say to him if it all went wrong? We're back where we started.
I think you've spent so long chasing the money you've forgotten why you're doing it. See? Still sets off the locals.
They're not our locals out west.
Locals are locals. We're all the same. You want to know why we're doing this? Look around you. We're doing it for these people. We're doing it for the ones trying to hold down their jobs, for the ones stuck in a traffic jam for 4 hours a day.
Yes, for the people left at home looking after screaming kids.
Or caring for others.
Or being cared for.
We're doing this for the many.
The forgotten.
The dispossessed. Come on, Ralph.
Yes. We're doing this for Britain.
Excuse me, are you the one off food and drink? Yeah, you shouldn't put red onion in a tarted flat.
It's going well, Mum.
You must be very proud.
Well, I will be when it starts going out.
Well, me and your father are proud. We've been telling all our friends.
Classic FM polo shirt's the wrong colour. That is not QPR.
Oh, who cares about
What's all that shouting?
I'm really not happy about the opening track. Robin is completely off-piste with Bolton.
Just everyone fighting like cats and dogs.
Bolton's music works for early morning.
It would be ridiculous.
Bolton.
I think it should be resounding. Beethoven.
Early morning music. It's got to be English, not Asian.
Sounds like you got your hands full.
Yeah, I better go. Love to, Dad.
No.
Right, everyone. Shush. Listen. I know what our first track's going to be.
It's 5:59 a.m, 7th of September, 1992.
Classic FM, Programme 1, countdown to transmission.
All set, Nick?
Very excited.
I'm so glad we got you here.
Have fun. I'm so proud. Zadok the Priest, good choice for the opening track.
My mum and dad's favourite.
Baroque fits in perfectly well with breakfast. It's as fresh as grapefruit.
Live in 40 seconds.
This is it, Mike.
I prayed for us this morning before sunrise.
How do you get up so early?
Down blast.
All okay, Nick?
Don't say Dr. Priest, it won't read.
What? Have we got a backup CD?
In the library.
30 seconds. Get ready to switch over from birdsong.
Nick, try rubbing it on your sleeve.
I'm rubbing.
What are you idiots doing?
We're trying to fix handle.
Give it here. Grab me that banana.
Now's not the time for breakfast.
Rub a banana slice over the CD.
What? It'll never play now.
And wipe it off with the inside of the banana peel. Now rub it on your sleeve. Hang on, that looks like a polyester mix. What's yours?
60% cotton.
My trousers are pure cotton.
Rub away, Henry.
Do it.
OK, here you go. Nick, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Britain's first national commercial radio station, Classic FM. This is George Friedrich Handel.
Please, God, play.
It sounds great. We're all listening.
Hello, Daddy.
It sounds brilliant, Dad.
Oh, thanks. Look, Lisa, about that holiday.
That sounds familiar. Oh, hang on, I haven't booked one yet.
No, I have. A week's camping in France. I'm coming to pick you up. We're leaving on Friday.
Not everyone liked the show. And, as usual, John Drummond at Radio 3 had his own opinion.
Phone in with any classic requests from Amadeus to Vivaldi.
How inexpressibly vulgar. I give it 6 months.
Classic FM pulled in 4.3 million listeners in its first few weeks. And today, almost 6 million people listen in every week. Even in the wake of 1992's Black Wednesday, we blossomed, and the bank was repaid because we switched on a whole new audience. Some of those were so inspired by Classic FM, they now have glittering careers in music. That's all down to you, our listeners. Thank you.
In The Pazza Factor, the almost true story of the birth of Classic FM, Duncan Wisbey was Ralph Bernard and Andrew Lloyd Webber. Jon Culshaw was Michael Bukht, Richard Baker and Henry Kelly. Kate O'Sullivan was Lisa and Margaret Thatcher. Kim Wall was John Drummond and David Astor. Other parts were played by Nathalian Tapley, Will Hartley and the cast. The Pazza Factor was written by Sean Grundy and Cara Jennings. Sound design was by Norman Goodman and the director was Bill Dare. It was a Quidem production for Classic FM.